Under the leadership of coach Arne, the Reds are actively searching for key pieces to reshape their squad and ensure that the upcoming season is even more thrilling than the last ones. And guess what? It seems that two Bournemouth stars might be about to walk through the doors of Anfield. Let's start with Huijsen, a Dutch centre-back who has been drawing attention not only from Bournemouth fans, but also from some of the biggest clubs in Europe. The young defender has been a real rock at the back for the Cherries, combining physical strength, refined technique, and an incredible ability to read the game. No wonder Liverpool is closely monitoring his steps. According to reliable sources, such as those reported by the BBC, Huijsen is at the top of the Reds' target list for the next transfer window. And there are good reasons for that. Uncertainty surrounding the future of Ibrahima Konate has put Liverpool's defensive core on alert. Konate's contract enters its final year this summer, creating a delicate situation for the club. If he doesn't renew, the Reds might be forced to sell him to avoid losing him for free later. And, as widely known, Paris Saint-Germain is eyeing him, ready to make a tempting offer. Should Konate indeed leave, Liverpool would need a worthy replacement. This is where Huijsen comes in, a player seemingly tailor-made to wear the red shirt. Moreover, his £50 million release clause makes negotiations easier, turning him into a viable and attractive target. But wait, the story gets even more interesting. Huijsen isn't the only Bournemouth star being tracked by Liverpool scouts. Antoine Semenyo, a quick and creative winger, has also caught the Reds' attention. According to The Guardian, the club's scouts are already following his performances closely. Semenyo seems like the kind of attacking option Liverpool needs as it tries to refresh its offensive lineup. And if you're not yet familiar with him, get ready to be impressed. He's the kind of player who can turn any match into a spectacle, with electric dribbling, impressive speed, and a unique ability to find spaces where no one else can. Speaking of spectacle, those who watched the Bournemouth vs. Arsenal game last weekend witnessed a moment that will likely be remembered for a long time. The Cherries defeated the Gunners in a thrilling comeback, and two names were absolute standouts, Huijsen and Semenyo. It all started with a phenomenal long throw-in from Semenyo, which travelled an astonishing 37 metres to find Huijsen in the box. The Dutch defender, showcasing all his technical quality, headed the ball precisely to score the winning goal. It was a magical moment, one of those plays that make fans roar with excitement in the stands. And it was exactly this type of connection between players that sparked even more interest from Liverpool. Now, just imagine this duo at Anfield. Huijsen strengthening the defence with his commanding presence, and Semenyo bringing creativity and pace to the attack. It would be a perfect match, capable of raising Liverpool's level in every aspect. But hold on, there's more. The Reds are also keeping an eye on Milos Kerkez, Bournemouth's left-back, who plays alongside Huijsen. This left-sided defensive partnership has become a real wall for opponents, and Liverpool is seriously considering bringing Kerkez in to reinforce that sector. Here comes an intriguing question. Is Liverpool going to sign all three? It seems unlikely, and perhaps even a bit excessive, especially considering the ties between Liverpool's sporting director Richard Hughes and Bournemouth. After all, signing an entire group of players from the same team might seem strange, almost like building a mini Bournemouth within Liverpool. Besides, Liverpool takes pride in its own strengths and would rarely admit that Bournemouth's left side is better than theirs. However, two of these players, like Huijsen and Kerkez, seem to be genuine and plausible targets. Going back to Semenyo, it's worth exploring a bit more of what makes this player so special. He's the modern type winger, capable of breaking open games with his sprints and dribbles. On top of that, he has remarkable vision, constantly finding ways to create chances for his teammates. This is something Liverpool desperately needs, especially at a time when the team's attack has been struggling. With Semenyo on the pitch, the Reds could gain a new lethal weapon to challenge the most organised defences in both the Premier League and the Champions League. And what about Huijsen and Kerkez? Together, they form an almost impenetrable defensive duo. Huijsen is the prototype of the modern centre-back, strong in aerial duels, excellent at building from the back, and able to lead the defence with calm and authority. Kerkez, on the other hand, is a fullback who combines defensive security with constant support in attack, offering depth and width to the team. That combination would be a gift to any manager, and Arne Slot would certainly know how to make the most of these qualities. However, before getting too excited, it's important to remember that the transfer market is full of surprises. Other clubs are also watching these players, and competition can heat up quickly. Additionally, Bournemouth doesn't want to lose its stars easily, especially at a time when the club is trying to solidify its position in the Premier League. On the other hand, Liverpool has the financial resources and global appeal that few clubs can match. If the Reds truly want them, they have all it takes to bring these players to Anfield. Meanwhile, Liverpool fans are eager to see how this story unfolds. The idea of Huijsen and Kerkez strengthening the defence, while Semenyo adds a new dimension to the attack, is enough to make any supporter daydream. And of course, there's the excitement of imagining these players in action under Arne Slot, a coach known for getting the best out of his players. Liverpool is on the verge of entering a new chapter in its history. With the potential arrival of Huijsen, Kerkez, and maybe even Semenyo, the club is building a team that promises to dazzle fans and challenge opponents. Every goal scored, every crucial save, and every precise pass will be part of a journey that's bound to be thrilling and full of unforgettable moments. And while we wait for these developments, one thing is certain: Liverpool's future has never looked so promising. And while fans dream of seeing Huijsen, Kerkez or Semenyo wearing the red shirt, Liverpool is already taking action. Want to know which names the Reds are prioritising right now? Click the card next to this and find out the club's next moves in the hunt for top-tier reinforcements.